Well, it's November, and as we all know, winter is just around the corner. Now, let's talk about what we can do to make our car ready for winter. So today we wanted to talk about the winterizing the car, making sure our car is prepared for winter. Okay, so when people think about these type of things, the number one thing we often think about is our battery. Let's look at this for a second. Simply put, your car battery has a series of plates that, through a chemical reaction, create the energy and power to start your automobile. Let's take a look at the battery first. We want to make sure the cables are tight. We want to make sure that the battery is securely mounted, anything out of place on the terminals. We can put a battery load tester on here, and this will show us if the battery's good or not. The problem is this. This is a sealed mystery box, meaning that while we can test it for today, we don't have a longevity. We don't know how much further it will last. So a nice rule of thumb, once we get to about 4 years on your battery, just replace it. The average cost for a new battery replacement in the average car at Chevy in Naperville is under $150. And that's a heck of a lot cheaper than you or a loved one being stranded some night at the mall. Under the hood, we also want to make sure that our belts are tight, not frayed, and not worn. And also check your hoses. Look for bulges, look for leaking. Make sure your coolant is up to the specified level. And of course, always remember that we got to keep the washer fluid filled. Let's check our wiper blades. Check them, make sure they're not loose. Make sure there's no frays, splits. Make sure they're not dry rotted. If they are, it's a very cheap repair, and it means a great deal of convenience and safety on the road. The next thing to look at is the tires. Tires are obviously very important. We check the tire pressure to make sure it's up to factory specifications. You can find that in the door jamb of your car. We're good there. Now we want to know about the tread depth. We want to know how much tread is on the tire. A brand new tire starts out at about 10/32 of an inch. Considered 5/32 to be a halfway point, but it's really not. There on these we're about 7/32, so we're in good shape there. Keep in mind that if you allow the tire tread to get down to about 3/32, the average car, if you're doing 60 miles an hour in wet weather, it will add 90 feet to the stopping distance. One other thing to keep in mind with your tires is if you're somebody who does not put a lot of miles on the tire and it seems like the tread depth is good, keep in mind the age of the tire. The tire is going to start to deteriorate whether it's being used or not. There is always a date stamp on your tire. The date stamp on this tire shows it was made in the 5th week of 2015. If the date stamp shows older than 5 years, it's getting dangerous on your tires. Now they might still be good, but after the 5-year period, make sure you have them professionally inspected at least once a year by somebody trained, a certified mechanic, to make sure the tire is still in good operating condition. Hopefully this gives you a few ideas on what to look for when you're getting your car ready for the inclement weather. Now, if you're not comfortable doing any of this stuff, that's understood. Stop by Chevy of Naperville. They can do a full inspection. A lot of this is covered under our Pit Pass programs. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call, 630-615-4559. I'm Bill Lutz for Chevy of Naperville, talking about winterizing your car. Thank you.